This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2007 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. It's a 6.6 liter turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. It has the Allison transmission in it. Obviously, it's a crew cab, SLT, which is leather. Short bed, has a fifth wheel hitch in the bed. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in El Paso. It's on a salvage title and has 141,000 miles. Good news is it runs and drives great, good enough to buy a brand new set of tires for, which it has. Bad news is that somebody has decided that they would be a painter and paint this thing. For what reason, I have no idea. It doesn't look like any heavy body work was done, so who knows. The bed looks bad. The passenger rear door doesn't look very good, and the rest of it looks like original, but could probably still use a paint job. So from a look standpoint, I doubt that it's going to come across as the way it looks in person. So just expect it to look worse than it does in the video, so that you're not screaming at us. The good news is the Duramax with an Allison tranny. The interior looks like it's a 50,000 mile truck, which is odd. But it runs and drives great. Just kind of ugly. You know, you could either do $1,000 little bit of $200 of the paint body work and $800 of the paint work at maybe Mako, or you can get a real paint and body job done for probably $2,500. Or you could just leave it the way it is and pull things forever. It runs great. The only repairs that we've had to do is an ignition. We bought some new tires, put new batteries in it. And my guys tell me that over the weekend they noticed that the transmission transfer case seal was seeping, and we're going to replace that because we don't like that. That needs to be perfect. So that's going to get handled. It's also missing the bottom of the steering wheel cover column. When they steal these things, they do that. They break those things. Little ding in the front bumper. Little ding here. It's my job really to tell you what's wrong and not what's right in these videos. So if they ship out to Michigan or Ecuador, where we just sold one, you get them and you know exactly what you bought is exactly what we sold you. There's no bad surprises. Anyway, in our opinion, this is our opinion only, the front end from the driver and passenger doors forward, front doors, has not been touched, in our opinion. This door looks to me like it's been painted. That's obvious. There's like a little bubble right there. And the bed sides, passenger and driver, have been painted, and not well. The passenger side is much better than the driver side, which is saying a lot, because I think the passenger side doesn't look very good at all. But the driver side looks like I painted it, which would be, of course, a disaster since I've never painted anything in my life. We have no idea why they did this stuff. We just know that they did. I'm now reminded that we also replaced the rear bumper. I think that was stolen, so we had to buy a bumper for it, which is why it's in such good shape compared to everything else back here. Big scratch here, obviously pointless to touch it up. There's your fifth wheel hitch. Obviously what you're buying here is the mechanics of it and a really nice interior. Runs great. I think maybe you could just get away with doing painting the bed. Painting the bed and maybe that passenger door, and maybe that would be it. But like I said, this is not a cosmetic beauty by any means. Let me start this thing up for you. Open the hood. Where's quiet? I love quiet Duramax. Well, like I said, it's got two brand new batteries. battery here. Show you the roof. The roof doesn't look like it's been painted either. So, based on the looks of it, it looks to me like they probably scraped it up against trees on both sides or backed it into a bush or something or whatever, wrapped a fence around it, backing it up into something and scratched the hell out of it. And then did the cheap thing and tried to get some cheap guy to paint it and made it probably worse than it was originally. There's your radio controls. You got AC vents back here. There's your driver rear window. You walk around and do all the seats and stuff over here. This is the passenger rear window. Like I said, the interior looks unbelievable. I mean, gosh. If the truck from the rear doors back looked like the interior, this thing would be sweet. And if it looked like it drove, it would be good too. Heated seats work. There we go there. Let's see. Let's do the seat back. That's forward. That's back. Let's see. Back. Forward. Back seat cushion up. Back seat cushion down. Front seat cushion up. Down. Lumbar. Down. And up. That works. Huh. We kind of knocked it around whether or not to fix the paint. We're like, yeah, whoever buys this truck can make that call themselves, spend the money they saved buying it, doing whatever they want. It could be a farmer and he won't care. We sell a lot of vehicles to the Midwest and they don't care. They actually call us asking us for cars that have a million dings in them because they know they're cheaper. Alright, that all works. Let's see. Yep, the lights are coming off of the heated seats. That all works. Mirror out, in, up, down. Mirror out, in, up, down. Alright, mirror works fine. Seat back, up, front seat cushion down, front seat cushion up, rear seat cushion down, rear seat cushion up. Seat forward, seat back. Let's see, lumbar. And that's out. There it goes. And that's working. Carpet. Oh man, it's warm. We got to 107 yesterday. Today's only going to be 104, which is actually matters. 107 gets a little warm. Over 105, it kind of stings a little bit. All right, air conditioning. Ice cold and blowing hard. Turn that down so you can hear me. There's your radio.
And I don't know what it was about. Hibbert.
Game 3.
There's that. Let's see if we can change the stations. Yep. Yep, that all works fine. Change the sources. AM, XM, XM. It's all working fine there. Turn the power off so it doesn't interrupt us. We have cruise control here. There's your cluster. Let's see, miles. 141,487 miles. There's your tow haul, on and off. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Let's put it in 4-wheel drive, put it into neutral, put it into 4 low. And we're in 4 low, and that's definitely 4 low. That's granny gear. And we're going to reverse. That's definitely 4 low. That would be a lot of power right there. All right, let's put it into 4 high. drive. And can we go somewhere at a regular speed? Yes, we could. All right, that's 4 high. Put it in reverse. Perfect. All right. And back to 2-wheel drive. There you go. All right. Because this is on a salvage title, if you want to drive it home, in order to get plates and insurance, you cannot do that on a salvage title. You have to have a restored salvage title. So for $200, we take it down to motor vehicles. We get what's called a level 3 inspection. We take the level 3 inspection and the salvage title to motor vehicles and get what's called the restored salvage title. At that point, you can get plates and insurance. Without it, you can't, so that's why you got to have it before you come here to drive it home. For $250 is the dock fee and taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to end up paying a total of 5% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, plus the $200 if you want us to restore the title for you. I strongly suggest you have us do that, as once it's in Michigan and you need to bring it back here to get it inspected, it's a long way away. So call your motor vehicle. Jump on it here for you. Very smooth, very quiet. It's got just a little bit of play in the steering, which is pretty normal when you're at 140,000. But like I said, we liked it enough to spend, I think it's $700 on a brand new set of tires, which we don't do very often. Usually we'll get a nice set of used tires for $200. But mechanically, this thing is sound. So we wanted to make sure that it had a good set of tires, especially considering that it's not very pretty. Anyhow, please make sure if you're going to do the restore at your own place, ship it to your state and restore it there. Call your local motor vehicle, tell them you're going to have a bill of sale, you're going to have an Arizona salvage title in the truck, and that's all you're going to get and all you're ever going to get. And make sure that you get their first and last name so you know who to slaughter if you get it there and they say, no, we need this and this and this, because we're not giving anybody anything else. This is all we have to give you. And it usually doesn't matter. It's only mattered in Illinois once and New York once. And both those people wish that they had gotten restored here. A, because it's a huge time thing, and B, because we couldn't give them the paperwork they wanted and they had to get them plated in a neighboring state. So, just make sure that you know what you're doing. There are some states that are very easy and some states that are really difficult. Texas is very easy. California can be very easy or very difficult depending on who and when and where, because nobody knows the law there. All right, let's go from the start here. I don't want to get a ticket. We've got about 400 or 500 yards here to, I better slow down. Yeah, anyway, it runs great. Very quiet, very smooth ride. It's got a little bit of play, about that much in the steering, which is not much for a diesel truck with 140,000 miles. In fact, if it was a Ford, I would say it was perfect, because that's the way they are when they're brand new Fords. So, anyway, but we like to make sure that everybody knows what they're getting. Blah, blah, blah. Please make sure you get a deposit. Once we have a deposit, we'll put your name on a banner on our website over the vehicle, saying that the deposit is received and it's not for sale any longer. That would be it. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great week and a safe weekend. P.S. If you're an eBay bidder, be an adult, please, because we're done with babies on eBay. This is not a brand new truck. Never will be. Please make sure you recognize that. Thank you very much.